Hello and welcome to the Unisky training platform. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. Today we are going to look at how to set up a security operating center. Now most of us know what is called a network operating center. There is a slight difference between a network operating center and a security operations center. Usually the network operating center is that location or that place with an extensive setup of routing pools, server farms, storage facilities, and then maybe cloud services that control a given network or a collection of networks. But once you have a network operating center, you should be able to set up a system that monitors all the activities within the network operating center and then host computers on your network. So in that sense, you are able to monitor every single activity that goes on any host computer, such that if there is a malware, a Trojan, or maybe a virus or spyware somewhere, you will be able to detect it. Now, before we jump into say what the security operating center is, we need to understand what maybe a security defense center is, security intelligence center, a threat defense center, and then security intelligence and operations center. There are lots of applications one can use to achieve this task. Now, most people will resort to the traditional Microsoft Management Console of Windows computers, but it is limited to the normal computer we use. So when we launch the Microsoft Management Console, we are able to add specific snap-ins that would give us the services we want. But this is limited in a way. It doesn't give us the chance to audit the events. It doesn't give us the chance to keep a trail of every event on the host system. So there are specific applications that are built called bits that we upload on host systems that track every single event and then upload to maybe a back end or a front end application that the security operating center resides on. So the reason we need a security operations center is one, we have lots of endpoints within the network and we should be able to monitor each node. Then again, your security tools such as firewalls and then IDS or IPS are not enough. You may think you have an intrusion detection service or an intrusion protection service on your network and you think it is enough, but there are smart guys on the internet that would find ways to bypass these IDS and IPS and firewall applications you have. But if you have a security operations center in play, it is able to pick every event that isn't authorized, allowing for you to prepare for that particular attack. So should anyone breach your firewall, you will still have it popping up within a screen or within the pool of logs that is stashed within your security operating center. And again, there are millions and billions of logs that are generated daily and are very difficult to monitor. But if you tag specific logs or if you tag specific activities, once it pops up within the stash or within the log, it comes to the security operating center, draws your attention that this is an anomaly or this is an operation that isn't sanctioned by the network administrator or the systems administrator. So you quickly review it. Then again, attacks are becoming more frequent and sophisticated. So you should be able to monitor some of these activities very well. Now, what are the benefits of a SOC, a security operating center? You have visibility within the network. There is a risk minimization. Your risk level is very minimum. And there is a 24/7 monitoring analysis of the network. So if you are not even at post or if you are not even behind your system, the pool is pushed to the stash log where every log is stashed. And if any of them is critical, it simply alerts you on your phone, maybe via message or call. Then it also serves as a cyber intelligence agency within your organization for simple forensic activities. Then there is a rapid detection and then effective response on your network. Then again, we will then be looking at how to set up the SOC. I call it a SOC because it's SOC, Security Operating Center. Actually, that is the acronym used for it. So to set up the SOC, you need to develop your strategy, you create processes, procedures, and then you need to also train your staff on the network. Then you prepare your environment, implement your solution, then you deploy end-to-end use cases. Then again, you need to, once you have deployed it, you should come up with a solution to maintain, and then you evolve it. Now, these are the tools you need. You need an asset discovery system, that is the systems, the installed programs, and then running processes. Then vulnerability assessment. You should do periodic scans of assets or network to detect vulnerabilities on your network. Then another important thing is behavioral monitoring. What are the activities or the exceptions to say a norm? Maybe there is this norm on your network that you shouldn't do this, but somebody violates that particular policy. How would you be able to track that? Then error messages pop up. How would you be able to narrow down such an error or do simple troubleshooting? Then again, there is an intrusion detection. So once you are able to detect an intruder or the point the intruder is passing through into your network, you should be able to find a way to cover the leakage or to reduce maybe the compromise part. Then there is what we call the security information and event management, which is called the SIEM. It collects data and then analyzes them. It is not every event on your system that is harmful. So it collects the data and then it analyzes them, filters them, and then do away with what isn't necessary, minimizing the billions or millions of logs that are kept to your scope. So this is the structure of the Security Operating Center. And then what we'll be using in our tutorial is the Kibana. Now, Kibana doesn't work on its own. It works with what is called Elasticsearch and then the Logstash. But there is one component that is usually silent in what we call the ELK. The ELK is an acronym used for the Kibana. There's one thing that is always very silent. That is the bit. The bit is that application that is embedded in your kernel, your operating system shell. It is embedded in it via, say, PowerShell or a terminal on your computer. If you are using Linux, you use a terminal. If you are using Windows, you use PowerShell. We embed it as a service on your system, and then we allow it to monitor background information. So it could be monitoring events on your system. It could be monitoring files that are opened. It could also monitor keystrokes and other stuff. So once it does that, it pushes the information to what is called the Logstash. That is where everything is stashed. It's a server-side data processing pipeline that ingests data from multiple sources simultaneously. So it's able to pick information or data coming from the bits. There could be thousands of bits or hundreds of bits installed within your network. So the Logstash collects all this information and then uploads it to what is called the Elasticsearch. So the Elasticsearch is what we use to do our search. That is what we use to do our. Okay, so the Elasticsearch allows us to search, or is an analytic engine, whilst the Kibana is what resides on the front end. So it visualizes our data with charts and graphs in the Elasticsearch. So it's able to pull the information from the Elasticsearch for us to see. So now we can see a demo of how our Kibana works. So this is the security information and event management with Elasticsearch. So you are able to have, say, an audit bit, a file bit, maybe event bit, and so on and so forth. Of course, you can also upload these bits to your routers and switches on the network. It is not only on computers. So if you have a router or a switch or a gateway on your network, or you have a server farm, you can upload these bits to them such that they monitor every port, and then they report back for you to get a feel or to understand what is actually going on within your network. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. The next video would be on how to install the ELK. Thank you.